Welcome to Web Handling. My name is Dave Roysum. I am super excited to continue this series on weighty words. In this short clip, we discuss a new word, one that had to be coined or invented for the purpose. That word is flattening. It was needed because while the wrinkle remediation principle was known for decades, it had no word or even a common phrase to describe it. Probably the best way to begin is to compare flattening and spreading, both of which can be used to combat wrinkles. That is, of course, only after attempting to diagnose and treat the root cause mechanics, and only after those efforts have not gone far enough. The comparison shows that while flattening is weaker, perhaps far weaker, it still may be useful to know for two reasons. The first is that a weak solution may be all that's needed, and perhaps even optimum for some modest needs. The second is even more attractive, that flattening is far cheaper, perhaps merely requiring an adjustment of idler roller design. Flattening is also less demanding for geometries, often easier to package in tight web layouts. The principle has been known for some time. Dr. John Shelton, often called the grandfather of web handling, coined the phrase big and slippery rule, but it never caught on, perhaps due to the wordiness, hence the single word flattening. As my Web 101 students know, the web does not want to wrinkle, because that is a high energy state. What prevents the web from reaching the lower energy flat state is web-to-roller traction. If you can lower the traction in a key location, that's where the wrinkle tends to form, you may allow the web's edges to move outward, something the web does not generally want to do. As my Web 101 students know, there are many ways to reducing web-to-roller traction. Making a roller slipperier may be one way, such as carefully wrapping it in Teflon tape as a trial. However, the most common implementation is simply to reduce the wrap angle down to very low values. As my Web 101 students recall, a single roller, even one conforming to best practices of alignment, deflection, and so on, might still be wrinkle prone, as in the case here for the kink in the oven web path. Unbeknownst to the designer decades ago, a good design, strictly in terms of mechanicals and control quality, does not necessarily mean a tolerant design. Indeed, as my Web 101 students recall, the festoon is the poster child for intolerance with regards to wrinkling. That is because there are many rollers, each of which can kick off a wrinkle, even if the rollers are carefully designed and maintained. An example here is bagginess will look for any excuse to misbehave. Even the presence of a good roller will often do. However, the accumulator is also wrinkle intolerant because of small roller diameters, high wrap angle, and long spans. In contrast, look at this tolerant, though complicated, web path, also from my award-winning and trademark Web 101 class. Here, while lots of rollers might be expected to increase risks of wrinkling, they in fact might be more tolerant than expected due to the principle of flattening. So there, you have a very brief introduction to the principle of flattening and the reasons why the word needed to be coined. Thank you so very much for joining me in this Weighty Words mini-series. If you have a topic you would like to hear about, let me know in the comment section below. If you found anything interesting or useful here, please like and share and subscribe. See you next time.